And thanks to Fiona for that report. And for analysis on this scheme to evade the U.S. tariffs, we welcome Rod D. Martin. He is founder and CEO of Martin Capital. Good morning, Rod. Thanks for joining. I want to get your reactions to the numbers in the Transshipment scam report. Billions of dollars and nearly 500,000 jobs.
Well, that's exactly right. It's the nearly 500,000 jobs that ought to jump off the page for people. People have treated this like either a non-issue or, just something so arcane that, only nerds could love it. No, we're talking about real moms and dads across America who are in the unemployment line because China cheats. And it's really that simple. And it's not just China doing the cheating. This transshipment scam has been going on a long time because, especially after 2018, we have had some sizable tariffs on the Chinese for their assorted bad acting. Earlier, someone said on this show that, this is China flooding the United States with cheap goods. I want to amplify that. It's not just that these goods are cheap. It's that these goods are government subsidized in a way designed to make them so cheap that they run Western business out. They absolutely destroy the industry in the United States and in Europe. And the Europeans are facing this now in a bigger way than the United States because the Europeans have refused to deal with it as concretely as President Trump has. But the scam, of course, is, as you say, they ship to a country with lower tariffs or maybe even no tariffs and then pretend that those shipments came from that third country, whether it's Vietnam, which is probably the worst offender on this, or even Mexico, where we actually have a pretty good trade regime. It doesn't matter. They claim that their Chinese product is actually Vietnamese or actually Mexican. And as a result, they're lopping between 60 and $100 billion off US GDP each year. And as you said, around 500,000 jobs.
Yeah, it's truly shocking when you put it into perspective like you just did. And as you point out, it's not just, you named probably two of the worst actors among the list, but the White House says that it could be 40 countries deep. And they've actually proposed a solution that they've already developed. It's AI tech, and it's called Detective Border. Maybe you could explain your understanding of how it works.
Well, this is really a cool system, and it's a great application of the stuff we all use every day now. We're making memes with ChatGPT. The president's making money, and that's exactly what we would expect from Donald Trump. This AI tool is designed to actually track the origin, all of the different details, all of the different deceptions. Where is this stuff really coming from? And if you know that, you can charge it the right rate. And that rate matters. It's not arbitrary, as so many of the president's critics have said. I'm a free trader. I want us to have no trade barriers with these countries and vice versa. I want free and fair trade for the whole world. That would be fantastic. China doesn't. China wants to destroy our industry and force us into a position of dependency, as we've seen with things like rare earths and pharmaceuticals and electrical equipment and countless other things where the Chinese use unfair trade practices to just destroy key parts of our economy. Well, okay, the AI is actually capable of tracking that in a way that a bunch of federal bureaucrats would struggle to do. And it's not any slap at them, but it does tell you, if you've been to the post office, you know that these aren't necessarily our smartest rocket scientists to start with, and they need help. They don't have enough of them for this purpose because this isn't what the Democrats have prioritized over the last several decades. So we don't have the kind of team we need in place to be able to sort out all these points of origin. Well, the AI tool will, and we will actually get some decent dealing.
Yeah, you point out maybe better use of AI than making memes. Now, I want to get your view on how this scam, as the White House is referring to it, or the transshipment scam, fits into their broader asymmetric war. And being that we're just a few weeks out now from President Trump's second meeting this year with Xi, this time in D.C., how does the timing of this all fit in?
Oh, it's highly relevant. All of these moves are orchestrated. And, Don Ma and I were talking the other day about, how this is playing out with, reports of Chinese manpads being shipped to Iran. That's a shoulder-fired anti-aircraft missile. Are they actually shipping them? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't matter. It's positioning against the U.S. leading into the summit to try to pressure us not to do this next arms deal with Taiwan. This is the same thing. This is the White House positioning and saying, look, this is all going to go easier, Xi, if you don't cheat. It's just that simple. We're willing to have a full and fair trade regime with China. We're not willing to do it if you're cheating all the time. So yes, this sends a big signal, and the Chinese know what can be done with AI. They're using it in surveillance tools against their own people every day. They know that we can use this to great effect.
All right. Well, Rod D. Martin, thank you so much for sharing your analysis.
Thank you.